Ever wonder why some people attract success like magnets? They've mastered a powerful psychological trick, acting as if they've already achieved their dreams. When you embody your future successful self, speaking, thinking, and behaving as that person would, your brain creates new neural pathways that transform possibilities into reality. The difference is dramatic. Continue doubting yourself, and opportunities vanish. But walk, talk, and breathe like someone who's already made it, and watch as the universe conspires to make your performance real. Your future is waiting. Will you step into it now, or keep rehearsing failure? In a few moments, you'll learn how to develop the mindset and habits of a successful person. By adopting these practices consistently, you can work toward achieving your goals and creating the success you desire. The power of mental rehearsal. You possess a profound power that, once mastered, can transform your reality. This power begins with your thoughts. Every achievement in history first existed as a mental image before manifesting in the physical world. Great achievers understood this truth. You must see it in your mind before you can hold it in your hand. Acting as if you've already achieved your desires engages mental rehearsal. Your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and an actual one. Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile barrier when experts claimed it was impossible. Before his historic achievement, he visualized himself breaking it repeatedly, acting as if it were already possible until his body followed. You can harness this power too. Begin each morning by visualizing your goals as already accomplished. Feel the emotions, see the details, hear the sounds of success. Walk with the posture of the person you aspire to become. Speak with the vocabulary of someone who has achieved your desires. Your subconscious will accept these patterns as reality and work to bring them into form. Understanding the law of attraction. Have you noticed how some people effortlessly attract success while others struggle? The difference often lies in the invisible forces they've harnessed. The universe operates by immutable laws, and the law of attraction reveals that like attracts like in every dimension. Your thoughts are magnetic forces, broadcasting signals that attract corresponding experiences. This isn't mystical, it's advanced psychology and quantum principles in harmony. The observer effect in quantum physics shows particles behave differently when observed, suggesting a connection between consciousness and reality. When you act as if you've achieved your desired outcomes, you shift your energetic signature. Your thoughts, words, emotions, and actions align with success, resonating at the frequency of achievement. Thomas Watson, creator of IBM, embodied this. Long before IBM dominated, he insisted his team act like industry leaders, dressing impeccably and conducting business with confidence despite humble beginnings. This wasn't pretense. It was strategic alignment with a future reality. You must grasp this truth. What you focus on expands. This is selective attention. Your brain's reticular activating system seeks evidence confirming your dominant thoughts. If you focus on scarcity, you'll find evidence of limitation. But if you adopt an abundance mindset, acting as if your outcomes are manifesting, you'll notice opportunities previously invisible. Revolutionize your vocabulary. Words carry vibrational frequencies. Eliminate phrases like, "I can't afford this," and replace them with, "I'm strategically allocating my resources toward my priorities." Instead of hoping for success, declare, "I know this will succeed because I've aligned every element for its achievement." Your words program your subconscious, creating your world like an architect building a masterpiece. This principle operates with precision, unconcerned with your worthiness or past, only with the signals you're transmitting now. When you feel, speak, and act as if you're living your desired reality, the universe rearranges to match this pattern. Great achievers didn't wait for external changes. They created internal conditions first, knowing the external would follow. The identity shift. The greatest mistake in pursuing achievement is believing success is about what you do. True transformation requires an identity shift at your core. Consider the difference between saying, "I'm trying to get in shape" versus, "I am an athlete." The former is effort and struggle. The latter is living your nature. This isn't semantic. It's a different operating system in your psyche. John F. Kennedy's approach to the space race exemplifies this. When America lagged, he declared, "We choose to go to the moon in this decade, not because it's easy, but because it's hard. This wasn't a goal. It was an identity declaration that galvanized a nation, transforming engineers and administrators into pioneers. Your circumstances, income, relationships, health, are reflections of your current identity. To create different results, become a different person. Ask, who would I be if I had achieved my aspirations? Would this future self have different rituals, vocabulary, posture, or priorities? Embody these characteristics now, not as pretense, but as a decision to step into a new reality. This reverses the traditional formula. You must be successful internally to have success externally. Your nervous system can't maintain contradictory beliefs. Acting as if you're the person you aspire to be creates cognitive dissonance, and your subconscious works to align your reality with this new self-concept. Write a detailed description of the person you're becoming. Make decisions and allocate resources as they would. When faced with choices, ask, what would the version of me who's achieved my goals do? Then act accordingly. This isn't delusion. It's recognizing your current identity was built on limiting beliefs. You're deciding to become who you truly are. Overcoming the fear of failure. Fear of failure derails more dreams than any external obstacle. It keeps capable people trapped in mediocrity. Yet history's greatest achievers viewed failure differently. They succeeded because they saw challenges as essential to mastery, not threats. When you act as if success is inevitable, fear loses its grip. This isn't blind optimism, but a strategic reframing. Abraham Lincoln endured business failures, bankruptcy, personal loss, and multiple election defeats. Yet he maintained the demeanor of a destined leader, treating setbacks as preparation for his purpose. Ask yourself, how would I approach this if I knew success was guaranteed? This shifts your perspective from fear to exploration. Eliminate tentative language like, I'll try, and replace it with I will. Speak of your projects as inevitable achievements. This reprograms your brain to process challenges differently. Failure is only final when you accept it as such. Every setback contains the seed of a greater benefit. Rejection often redirects you to something better. Delays provide preparation. Act as if you cannot fail, not from arrogance, but from certainty in your capacity to extract value from every experience. Bold actions and persistence through challenges become natural when failure is redefined as a step toward mastery. Creating empowering daily rituals. Most overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what they can achieve in a decade. Your life is shaped by small, consistent choices. Daily rituals aligned with your aspirations reshape your self-image to match your desired reality. Vince Lombardi transformed the Green Bay Packers by instituting rituals that conditioned players to think and act like champions before they were. They practiced with precision, conducted themselves with professionalism, and won 5 NFL championships in 7 years. You must create your own championship rituals. Dress slightly better than required, signaling to your subconscious you're advancing. Organize your workspace with the precision of someone at your desired level. Curate your intellectual stimulation. Engage with ideas your future self would prioritize. End each day reflecting on accomplishments as expressions of who you're becoming. These rituals may feel uncomfortable initially, like pretending. This discomfort signals growth, as cognitive dissonance pushes your mind to resolve the tension between your current and new behaviors. Persist, and these behaviors become automatic, transforming you into someone who naturally achieves what once seemed impossible. Harnessing the power of decisive language. Language shapes your reality. The words you use create neural pathways that determine how you perceive the world. To act as if you've achieved your goals, adopt decisive language that embodies conviction. Winston Churchill's leadership during Britain's darkest hour shows this power. Facing defeat, he declared, "We shall fight on the beaches, we shall never surrender." His words restructured British consciousness, turning desperation into triumph. Audit your speech, eliminating phrases like "I hope" or "I'll try," and replacing them with "I am," "I will," "I know." Questions are especially powerful, directing your mental focus. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "How can I use this to my advantage?" Or, "How will I succeed?" These redirect your focus to solutions. Language is the programming code of your subconscious. Choose words as if you've already become your aspired self, and your reality will reorganize to match. Surrounding yourself with success, your environment shapes your behavior. The people, places, and objects around you either reinforce your aspirations or undermine them. Andrew Carnegie attributed his success to surrounding himself with superior minds, even before achieving wealth. He formed these alliances early, recognizing environmental elevation precedes personal elevation. Inventory your 5 closest associations. If they don't operate at your aspired level, seek mentors and communities where your goals are the norm. Immerse yourself in biographies of those who've overcome similar challenges. Distance yourself from those who doubt your vision, not out of judgment, but for psychological preservation. Your physical environment matters too. Organize your workspace with sophistication. Dress in alignment with your aspirations, and invest in quality tools. These adjustments disrupt habitual thoughts, reinforcing your new identity. Identify one contradictory environmental element and upgrade it within 7 days to initiate transformation. Taking bold, inspired action. Acting as if requires more than visualization. It demands decisive action from certainty, not desperation. Ray Kroc built McDonald's by acting with the confidence of a global empire's leader, even as a struggling salesman. He projected certainty in negotiations and standards, magnetizing opportunities. Identify actions your successful self would take. What time would they rise? How would they organize their day? What standards would they uphold? Implement these immediately, not incrementally. If your future self would contact clients before breakfast, start tomorrow. If they'd invest 10% of income, reconfigure your finances now. Actions from certainty yield different results than those from neediness. Certainty creates a resonant field others trust, opening doors and attracting resources. Audit areas where your actions contradict your aspirations and align them with your vision. Each aligned action strengthens certainty, creating a cycle that attracts greater opportunities. Cultivating unwavering belief. Unwavering belief is the core of acting as if. Henry Ford's conviction that whether you think you can or cannot, you're right, transform manufacturing. Cultivate this belief by collecting evidence of your wins, studying other successes, and practicing gratitude for progress. When doubt arises, challenge it with questions like "says who?" or "what if the opposite were true?" Belief is a choice. Visualization creates neural pathways identical to physical practice, as seen in Olympic athletes who mentally rehearse success. The entrepreneur who sees success as inevitable makes bolder decisions and persists through challenges. Act as if your goal is certain, even when evidence contradicts it. Prepare for the promotion before it's offered. Invest in skills for the unstarted business. Treat your body with the respect due to desired health. Maintain belief through resistance. The universe tests resolve before yielding rewards. Walt Disney visualized Disneyland in vivid detail, expressing gratitude as if it existed before construction. End each day with gratitude for 3 specific aspects of your goal, as if already achieved. Feel the emotions, carry them through the day, and return to this practice during challenges. Consistency, in short, emotion-rich sessions outperform sporadic efforts. Your future is created first in imagination, then in reality. Practice diligently, and your external world will conform to your internal vision.